Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. Gabil'akkâ is saying hello as well. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor, and we're back in Anna-Khorroz, and at long last, and Gabil'akkâ is really excited about that too, at long last we can finally enter Gundabad and gain the last 10 levels we're missing to reach the current level cap. This is so exciting, I cannot tell you how excited I am. And we'll pick book 5 of the Legacy of Durin here with Durin. You can talk with Durin at Anna-Khorroz or Zarkul-sulûn. The interlude once again is optional, so the game accounts for that by giving you the option of doing both. And well, we are already here, so might as well, right? Let's get right into it.
We are so near to achieving our goal.
We are so near to achieving our goal, Beriathan. Gundabad belongs to my people, and neither orc nor dragon will keep it from them any longer. Should Gorgar stand before us, he will be cut down. Should Hrimil Frostguard seal the entrance with ice, as she has done, we will break through it, and then we will take her head and ensure she can never hinder us again. Every day, more dwarves arrive to swell this great force, this Gabil'akkâ of mine. Speak with Glowing and assess these new arrivals, and we will set them on tasks with which the Mountain-home shall be reclaimed. And auto-travel back to the War of Three Peaks and Zarkul-sulûn, that's okay. The prince is right. More dwarves arrive every day, but I dare say he has not looked closely upon these new arrivals.
This is right. More dwarves arrive every day.
But I dare say he has not looked closely upon these new arrivals, or he should not speak so confidently of the help they will provide to us. These are not warriors. Most of the dwarves arriving now are peaceable folk, artists, craftsmen and traders. They were lured here by the promise that Gundabad will once again be ours, and aye, so shall it be. But they seem to believe the war is done and the mountain is already ripe for the taking. Do you see more dwarves arrive? Sorry. Do you see there? More dwarves arrive, and I recognize one of their number from the halls of Erebor. Stáli the Hewer is so named for skill at sculpting, not for severing limbs from his foe. He is no fighter. Go tell him he has come too early and should depart. Where is this Stáli the Hewer? Oh, okay. I see the guy right over there. So we're just gonna talk to him in a second. Stáli the Hewer glances at you imperiously without recognition.
What's that? The mountain is not yet taken?
What has Prince Durin's army been up to then? I should have thought Gundabad would be well in hand by now. But you will not dissuade me. I have come all this way and will not return empty-handed. The Mountain-home has been held by the orcs for too long, and it will take a sculptor's careful hand to restore the beauty it once possessed. Imagine the great works of art that must lie within, covered by the dust of years and ignored by the dismissive orcs. Yes, the prince will need warriors, but he will need artists too, and I have answered the call he did not think to make. He will thank me eventually. For now, I need my luggage brought inside the fortress. You can help my apprentice with this task. Eskil, carry my things. On the double lad. Stanley clearly does not remember you. Okay, so we did get the chance of talking to Stáli earlier when he told us the story about, well, a little bit of the story about a Mudsock and the Grey Moles, but now well, we'll get to meet him way more in Gundabad, and here we start seeing the first character traits of Stáli. So he does not remember us, and he is waiting for his apprentice to do everything for him, so you can tell he is a guy full of himself. But we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves.
You will help me carry some of my master's luggage? Thank you, friend.
That will save me a trip or two up the stairs. When I agreed to become Stáli's apprentice, I thought there would be rather more instruction in the craft than such labor as this. Eskil looks around nervously. I am not complaining. No, not at all. I had better get going. I will find a place for the luggage upstairs in the fortress if you truly wish to help. So we'll pick whatever, I guess. So back to Zarkul-sulûn. To the upper floor. Okay. You set the luggage down as Stáli arrives. You notice he carries nothing. Yep, once again you can see.
I hope you and my apprentice were careful with these.
I have brought a number of pieces from Erebor, some which are quite fragile, and if any of them have suffered cracks or scratches, I shall see that the prince hears about it. You decide to leave Stáli before you damage the Ericsson artist himself. Alright. Downstairs in Zarkul-sulûn, yeah, it's here. I got confused for a moment, but no, it's here.
There you are.
Oh, before I forget, we gotta remove the Stone of the Tortoise. We gotta start earning experience again. Awesome! Oh my god, this is so exciting. There you are, Beriathan. I wanted to remind you that my people have a claim upon Gundabad, and I expect Prince Durin to respect this claim when the mountain is won. I want you and Durin to understand that my Sheldrakâ are not fighting for nothing.
I am pleased we understand each other.
Know this, Beriathan. While my Sheldrakâ do not fight for nothing, neither do they expect their home in Gundabad to be given for nothing. No, they will pay for it with the blood they have already spent and with tomorrow's sweat on their brows. They will do their part, as I do my own. Gather some picks and shovels from a barrel within the fortress and distribute them among my people. They will remain idle no longer, but will help Durin's own folk to break through the ice that blocks the entrance to Gundabad. The work will go more quickly with the strong arms of my people set to the task. Alright, so we're getting ready. Distribute this. The Sheldrakâ warrior agrees to help. Thanks so much. Number 2 and number 3. That's it, Prince Ingor. So
You have armed my folk with the picks and shovels I requested. Good.
Dragon's Eyes will not keep us from our rightful home for much longer. Where's Durin? Here he is.
I doubt not that my Longbeards and Ingor's Sheldrakâ will break through the ice into Gundabad.
I doubt not that my Longbeards and Ingor's Sheldrakâ will break through the ice into Gundabad in short order. Are you prepared to help us, Beriathan? We will march together.
Let us march now to Gundabad, where we will carve a passage through the ice.
Neither orc nor dragon will hinder us.
Together, the dwarves of the Gabil'akkâ will break through the ice that blocks our passage into Gundabad.
At long last. We've been talking about this ice wall for so long. But at long last, the time has come to break the ice. I gotta say, after seeing Hrimil encasing the gates with her frost breath, and after hearing so much talk about how difficult it would be to break the ice, I had expected this instance to feel a little bit more epic, but well, what matters is that we are gonna open the way to Gundabad, but it felt a little anticlimactic the first time around. Let's see. This way, my friend. See how my dwarves labor at the ice? Nothing stands long before my people when they set their minds and muscles to overcoming it.
Let us see the progress of the Gabil'akkâ. Swing those picks, my fellows! We will be through this ice in no time!
Oh, Imak, Bosi, Statkel, and Venko, awesome! I toiled long in Mordor, Beriathan, but this is not the same. It is much colder up here. I've grown to like Imag a lot, so and his wittiness as well. Something that I also like about this quest, I gotta say, it does take the time to remind you who some of these people are in case you have forgotten. Well, Bozi, Imag, and Venko I don't think are so easy to forget. Stotkel, I had some difficulties at first, but now I remember him from the Heart of Fire in Moria. But it's still nice that the game gives you these little reminders. Put your back into it, fellows. This unnatural ice cannot keep us from our goal, and it will not. Already I hear their eyes crack in Beriathan. It will not be long before we are through. Yeah, that's what I mean. Everyone is talking about how this ice is not natural, but they are still able to break through it with just picks and some effort. And don't get me wrong, dwarves are a very laborious folk. And they, when, as Durin said, when they set their mind to it, they create great things. But once again, unnatural eyes, you would expect something more than just picks. I think Gandalf is still in Thorinwat doing God knows what, but I don't know, maybe Radagast showing up and helping us. I would have preferred something more than just pickaxes, is what I'm saying. Prince Ingor ordered that I help break through the ice alongside these Longbeards, but even without that command I would do it. Let them see the Sheldrake hold true to their word. Even now, cracks begin to form deep in the ice. We will soon be through. I order some of my own fellows to bring up torches, and with their help we will weaken this ice. Yeah, this is what I mean, but I don't see the torches. It's just the indication through the text. Have I not personally seen strong metal bend and twist in the forges of the Heart of Fire? I have, Beriathan, so too will it be here. This may be a dragon's eyes, but it is ice all the same. My folk toil no less than Durin's Longbeards, and I beam with pride to hear no complaint. But my skill is with the sword and not with a pickaxe. There must be another way I can aid this effort. The Sheldrake Prince falls silent, listening closely. Do you hear that, Beriathan? Our foes deliver just such a use for my talents.
Aye, they will soon be upon us. Let us greet them first.
Coming with us, Durin?
Follow me.
The Red Axe will provide a suitable welcome, I think.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Who do we have here? Ruvaran. The name doesn't ring a bell.
Not enough, villain. One more step and you will be slain.
Who thinks to command me?
I am Ingor, son of Vekun and prince of the Xerruka. I command anyone I choose to command, man, dwarf, or elf.
That's true.
And I am Durin, son of Thorin Stonehelm and prince of the Longbeards. I command the Gabil'akkâ, and we will have Gundabad once more.
Your warriors are led by a pair of princes? A crown ill fits two heads. I am Ruvaran, and I say to you this. You command nothing. The masters of Gundabad are generous to those who serve them. Gorgar made me a gift of his warriors.
Orcs, slay them, and you will be rewarded! Gift you his best orcs, Ruvaran.
I have loyal servants enough to deal with the like of you.
Now the Aquarium, okay. Shame that they don't count towards any deed.
My kill beasts will take care of you.
Yeah, sure, whatever you say.
Attack!
Oh, I didn't see when he fled.
I will watch for overrun. He will find no mercy if he returns.
I'm sure he will not. I dare say we won't see him again, but if we do, he will regret it. Let Ingor keep watch for him. You and I will return to the ice and help as we may.
Let us see how the work progresses. Look there!
Awesome. At long last.
Broken through the ice!
We can climb the stairs once more.
None can stop us, my people. My friend.
Give me just a moment, Durin, because we gotta take the screenshot in here. We are at the gates of Gundabad at long last. Alright. This is it, Beriathan. Nothing stands in our way. Let us climb the rest of the way and pass into Gundabad, the mountain home of my people. There we go. Open the gate, Durin. Ah, I can open the gate on my own. Awesome! Take a good look at it. I'm sorry. I think I'm gonna keep this turned off for a little bit longer. Just take a look at this. We are at long last in Gundabad, and this place is huge. A lot of people praised it for the way in which the devs crafted it and how it resembled Moria, how it made it seem like Moria was taking inspiration from Gundabad, which a lot of people thought it was really cool, and also how Gundabad added a lot more verticality than in Moria. We'll get to see a lot of that as we progress through the mountain home, but this first look, I think I enjoy the first look we get of Moria, the staircase climbing up as far as the eye can see, but this is also really cool. I can hardly believe it, Beriathan, and yet here we stand. Gundabad, at last!
Look there!
All of Gundabad lies before us, my friends.
Your help, and that of every Longbeard, to reclaim what is ours.
And I'm sure you will, Prince Durin, now. Oh, these. I like this view. It makes it seem like you're descending deep into the mountain. That's great. There is much to be done. Let's begin by doing it. All of it. You did Sides of Matugard, Maergrind the Noble Gate. And that's basically it. For the moment. That's a very cool outfit for an elven hunter. Not so much for us, I think.
At last, I set foot within the mountain home.
The mission of the Gabil'akkâ is fulfilled, despite the perils set before us. No victory is beyond my reach, Beriathan.
I see the warning in your eye, my friend.
Let me ease your worries. I know there is much yet to do, and Gundabad is not yet fully reclaimed. But we have made a start, and is that not sometimes the most difficult of a journey's steps? I set Glowing to observe the northern approach to Maergrind, find him and see what he thinks of our defensive position here, and if it be lacking, help him to improve it until the old warrior is satisfied. Alright, that's it. Now, we do need to turn the quest rings back on, because there are a couple of quests that we can take in here. We have in here Sides of Matugard, 1 out of 6. Gundabad Awaits is another pop-up quest that I think we had already accepted a long time ago. You have been summoned by those who seek to reclaim Gundabad. Yeah, that's true. You should meet at Matugard in Gundabad as soon as you are able. I remember now. This one.
Ah, there you are.
As you can see, we have broken through the gates, Beriathan. The Shellrukka will soon have their reward. Gundabad will soon be ours again.
Welcome to Maergrind, the Noble Gate of Maergrind.
From this encampment, we will bravely work to retake Gundabad. Have a look around the Noble Gate, for it will give you a good view of much of Maergrind from here. If you are to lead any expedition further into Gundabad, you will first need to get your bearings. Alrighty. What else do we have here? Quartermaster. Greet the Quartermaster. Bah! Gundabad has seen no respect from the orcs who occupied it. We have much to repair. We have another Quartermaster in here. Welcome to Gundabad.
For the Shellrukka!
So yeah, this guy is pretty much like all other Quartermasters we have already seen. We are familiar with the type. But then I wonder, this is a crafting vendor. Okay, that makes sense. We'll need to talk to the guy as soon as we have the reputation for it. But not yet. Now, we grab the milestone, that's gonna be useful. Well, we get the master. We're gonna grab the stable master, which is also really useful. From this watch post, you can make out the old calendars of Bard Nukhur. Can I? I mean, if... okay, I think I see them. These structures in here that, well, you see are kinda... We'll get to that eventually. I think those are the gardens they were talking about, but... Come here, Garalith. Yeah, that's it. It's been a while since I've taken a screenshot such as this, but I think this is well worth it. Except my mood is surprised. So that doesn't make for that cool of a screenshot, but that has an easy solution. Angry, apprehensive, calm, confused, fearful, happy, mischievous, sad, sleepy, solemn, surprised. Let's go with calm. I think that's it. Anyway, we gotta keep exploring more sections of this camp. From the watch post, you can just make out the Shalakival, the old water square. I mean, I know where it is, but I guess that once again is technically true, but if you don't know what you're looking for, it gets a little tricky. What else do we need to explore, like here? No. But we do need to explore this exit. The path from Maergrind to the gates of Gundabad are well guarded. Yeah, might as well, right? I mean, it's the first foothold of the Gabil'akkâ inside Gundabad. They really need to fortify it well. Do I have my personal torchlight on? Well, it's daytime now, so it doesn't matter. The game won't let you activate it. The middle of Maergrind recedes into darkness. The pit of Bablack sipped in. Which is my favorite portion of Maergrind for just how mysterious and ominous it looks. These are some hives. Great big hives, I think, but we'll get to that eventually too. For now, we have done what Ingor asked. And with this, I think we will unlock all the other quests in the Noble Gate.
Onward to the expedition!
I see you have explored Maergrind and peered toward the future of what awaits us. Now onward, the expedition awaits.
We must be the ones to retake our mountain home.
Now then, let us progress the expedition further into Gundabad. We cannot just wait around, we must be the ones to retake the mountain home. Take these expedition supplies and distribute them throughout Maergrind. I will soon undertake an expedition myself to retake Citadel, the steep set on the far side of Mahtugard. Perhaps I will see you there soon, Beriathan. Now, this quest will of course take you through most of the settlements in Mahtugard, but it's also setting up, well, retaking Citadel is part of the main quest, but it's also the location where the new mission hall is located. So it's also setting up that. I am really struggling so much for space. I don't like that. I have a lot of enhancement runes and tracery tokens that I can open as soon as I hit level 131. So hopefully that will not take long. Now you should deliver the supplies throughout Maergrind. But now we should also start taking quests.
I am here to honor my word.
Thank you, Beriathan. Yes, I am here to honor my word. I will see the goal of the dwarves to retake Gundabad is accomplished. It is the least I can do, for the dwarves of Moria have taught me much.
The orcs and trolls do not venture to Mahtugard often.
If there is one thing that I have learned from my time in Moria, it is that any place may feel safe until it does not. If Mahtugard is to be reclaimed, then I shall make sure it is safe for all those who join the entering this mountain city. The orcs and trolls do not venture to Mahtugard often. In the absence of all, it would seem many creatures have made a home in the old halls and gardens of the mighty court. I am particularly concerned by the Gretbig that buzz around the old halls. They were more than just a nuisance in Moria, and we should take care to do our part in dealing with these insects. There are 2 Gretbig hives that I would like to carefully explore in Mahtugard. Will you join me? So Barthmot, as he's saying, is the Bjorning that you can find in Moria. Bjornings of course need to have some sort of training, a guide in Moria, and he is the guy appointed to do so. You can find Barthmot in the 21st hall, I believe, but since we are not Bjornings ourselves, I don't think we ever talked to him in Moria. And that's the adventure he is referencing now, so, well, there's that, but let's see.
I have a task for you.
One of the Grotbog hives that I wish to explore is the old hall to the waterworks, called Brewbraum. While you are there, could you collect some samples of their hive? I would like to study its properties.
I have a task for you.
One of the Grotbog hives that I wish to explore is the old gardens called Bar Nuhur. While you are there, could you collect some samples of their hive? I would like to study its properties. Now that I see this name, I get to think, set me thinking, why is a place in Gundabad, the first dwarven settlement ever, has a name in Elvish? If you know it, let me know, because that at first sight seems a little bit weird.
Our need is dire.
Beriathan, I myself have just arrived. There is much to build and much to forge, just as others forge a path forward through the mountain home. What do you need?
Durin's folk shall endure, as we always have.
Since you are traversing Mahtugard, might you have some time to clean up the place? It has been a long while since dwarves last occupied these halls. Mahtugard is in a decent enough shape due in part to the ingenuity of the dwarves' mirror traps. A cave troll caught in the trap's light will immediately turn to stone. No dwarf city should have troll statues scattered about. They should be removed. As you know, trolls are not very bright, thus many have been caught in the mirror traps over the years.
Have you a moment?
Greetings, and thank you for the supplies. I am here to assist Grammy Hornhelm. Wherever he goes, I will follow, for I still have much to learn of the forge from Grammy's skillful hands and his patient instruction.
Yes?
Ah, Beriathan, have you been practicing your smithing since we met in the Ironfold? Good, good. Grammy Hornhill had asked me to accompany him to Gundabad, so that is why I'm here. I will forge what is needed. I hear the halls of Matugard are littered with the bones of dwarves long since dead. These dwarves must have died during a battle long ago, and I know it is custom to burn the dead in times of war. We cannot burn their bodies here inside the Noble Gate, but we could add their bones to the forge. I cannot think of anything better to honor these dwarves than to forge them into a great weapon crafted by Grammy Hornhill and myself. Yeah, well, now that you mention it, I remember a little bit of Grammy, but not so much you, Belg. I am so sorry. But if you say we met at the Ironfold, I will take your word for it. And I will, of course, help you. That's what I do.
Gundabad will be ours once more.
Thank you for the supplies. There seems to be much in Gundabad to explore. Adventure surely awaits those who seek it. You have successfully delivered the expedition supplies for Prince Ingor and cared from those who wish to explore further into Matugard. Now, the path through Gundabad is up to you. Oh, that's such an amazing setup. Agility, Vitality, Critical Rating, and Fate. I think we can replace Grim Baron's Ring. Yeah.
Hail, friend!
Say now, you look to be the adventuring sort. My name is Hedbruda and it is good to meet you. Does adventure and excitement bring you to Gundabad as well? It is not every day that you get to explore such a large dwarf city as this one. Of course, I would like to see the Mountain-home restored. What dwarf would not? But it is something different that draws me here, for I wish to be the first to explore the parts of Gundabad lost to memory. Let me be the first to defeat those who stand in the way of our rightful place in this city. What do you say, adventurer? Would you like to accompany me on an expedition through Matugard? The first place I was planning to explore is called Búshatap. I can see the cavern from here and it looks to be filled with bats. Sounds perfect for exploring. Alright, yeah, that's where I was headed to. Once again, I don't remember too much what's the optimal progression here in Gundabad, because Matugard, especially as you can see here, is a circular place, so you can either go north or south. And I think either way would work just fine, but from what I remember, you are supposed to be going south first, so that's what we will do. That's where we will find glowing too for the Legacy of Durin, so that checks out, but... God, what do I do? I gotta get rid of some things in here, and I don't know exactly what. Other than this Grim Baron's Ring, I can do. These honey cakes. I mean, they scale with your level, so that might be interesting. This, okay, this pocket item I can do without as well. Bracelet of the Eagle Eye. I think I can do without too. There are a couple things I can get rid of. Some of the Black Wolf Dog. I can actually leave that in the storage. I have shared storage available, and that's great because that way I can also take some of these runes and tokens and leave them for later. Not entirely sure where. Yeah, let's leave them here in the legendary chest, so that I remember to come back to them later. These treasury tokens, they are bound to character. I got them a few weeks ago when I grabbed when I grabbed the Ultimate Edition of Minas Morgul. I will tell you a little bit more about that in a future video. But, well, basically I needed the Valor, and it was the cheapest way of getting a Valor. The expansion was on sale, and that's why. Okay, there is a bounty quest in here, and now that makes me wary not to miss anything else in this place before we leave. As usual with every other expansion, the start does take a little bit. It does take a little bit to get started, but once we get into it, we will start advancing at a much faster pace, I hope. Pick this up. Come on. Pick it up. Thank you. Do it. The bounty notice reads: who among you has not known the fear of a bat shriek in the darkness? It is a warning to quickly seek the safety of light and fire. But this is Gundabad, where the bats have owned this hold for a very long time. Must we always have to watch our backs? Of all the bats that lurk in these holes, none is more dangerous than the one named Barsgluk. A reward to any who can bring down this great bat along with others of his cauldron. Alright. And before I forget, quests in Matugard, 45 of them. Okay. That's simple enough. And... ah no, glowing is up to the north. Oh god. Alright, so... my bad. I have no idea how to do Gundabad then. Where to go first. So let us let the Legacy of Durin guide us through it. Insects in Matugard. 100 of them. Okay, before I forget, we're gonna start fighting. And there's something else that we can use in here. But not in here. Tomes of Tracking. Slayer and Skill Deed Boost. Slayer and Skill Deed Boost. Slayer Deed Accelerators. This is what we need. But all of this... okay, this is a 6 hours, 6 hours. Alright. Let's grab some of the shorter ones first, I hope. Basically, we'll get more into it as we advance through Gundabad, but in order to complete all quests in Gundabad, you need to complete all deeds on every zone of Gundabad. The quest deeds, the explorer deeds, and the slayer deeds. And if you don't use the deed accelerators, that means that you will need to come back to these zones at a later date and grind the deeds. So I'm hoping we can avoid that. Oh, I have a bound tome. I gotta use that first. I hope that we can avoid some of that grinding by having the Slayer deeds active at all points during our times in Gundabad. And I think I have enough of those. Because let me tell you, I'm not looking forward to grinding those deeds again. I already have once, and I don't want to do that again. Not so soon, at least. Glowing beams at you as you approach.
Did Prince Durin seem rather overfull of confidence to you?
There you are, Beriathan. Prince Durin sent you to me? Would you mind telling me of his demeanor? Did he seem rather overfull of confidence to you? Glowing strikes his beard. We have gained the entry halls, that is true, but we did the same during the 6th War of Dwarves and Orcs, when I was just a lad. We claimed the upper halls and part of the Welkin Lofts, and King Thrain called for Dwaromud. At that grand meeting of the Dwarves, the first held here in 4,000 years, it was decided that a garrison would be left to hold the mountain. The greater portion of our armies departed for the last battle of that war at Azanulbizar, but the garrison was too small, for we needed as many warriors as we could levy, and Gundabad was again lost. The prince is young, and while he knows what happened, he did not stand in Matugard then. We must guard against this overconfidence, Beriathan, if we can. Let us defeat the beasts that threaten our presence in these halls, and impress upon Durin that there are dangers enough to keep the Gabil'akkâ occupied. Gundabad is not won yet. If you happen to find any relics or weapons from the 6th War, I would be very interested in seeing them. I imagine most such artifacts have been looted by orcs during the intervening years, but perhaps one or two items of interest remain in the debris. Alright. Okay. And with this, we are ready to move further south, which I think is what we need to do. Gotta go back to where we were, but this is what I was telling you. There's a lot of verticality here in Gundabad. Matugard, for example, as far as I remember, has 3 different levels. And, well, of course, you can... well, we need to complete a quest to use this. Shame. You use the stairs, of course, to switch between the different levels, but it adds a layer of complexity to the place that is very welcome, but it can also be overwhelming at first. It's been so long since I quested in Matugard, for example, that I feel so lost right now. But as we progress through the area, I'm sure we will get a chance of getting more familiarized with the place, the lay of the land, so to speak. At least I hope that. Alright, here we have the geodes of Gundabad. This works very much like the flowers of North Ithilien. You use the items and you get some geodes that you can then use to barter for items and cosmetics and the like. But, well, very much like Ithilien. Well, in Ithilien you could do the quest to explain you how to use them, but as far as I remember, you could still use the flowers. You could still collect the flowers, even if you hadn't completed the quest. I'm not so sure about that, but here in Gundabad, you definitely need to complete a quest before you can start farming geodes. You did enemies of Matugard, Búshatap. More than just a home for bats, Búshatap is a training ground for goblin bat riders. Búshatap, one of the last bat enclaves in Matugard, is now a training ground for goblin bat riders. Breeding is done here as well to selectively produce the largest bats for riding. Destroying the bat perches present at Búshatap should assist in calling the great numbers of these winged beasts in Matugard. I'm not looking forward to competing for the bats against someone else. But at least it's just one more player. During release date, as with every other expansion, there were dozens of players trying to do this all at once, and that was that was something. Anyway, what do we have here? Beast Slayer, 120 of those, that's great. Exploder did. The insects, 100 of those. Okay, that's gonna be great. Now, okay, we gotta destroy the perches. And the saddles too. Do we need to fight some riders? I think we do. Yeah. Riders and trainers. Like you too. These bats are huge. So huge. I think the only other time where we have seen bats this huge was in the Bloody Threshold raid. But other than that, I don't recall seeing that kind of monsters. Now, orc kind in Matugard, we need to defeat 80 of them. That sounds simple enough, but who knows how simple it truly would be. Come on. There we go. Another trainer in here. Awesome. Let's see if we can pull some of these enemies. Do some AoE fighting, basically. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Awesome. Alright, one more perch, and here it is. But we still gotta defeat 3 more riders. Alright. With many bats defeated and their perches destroyed at Búshatap, you have done much to assure the safety of all those who enter through the Noble Gate into Maergrind to reclaim Gundabad. There we go. Gotta pull the rider in here. Okay, we have enough riders. Now what? Explore Khorroz. Yeah, I mean, the only indication that we got for it... I mean, there's no text on the chat window. But if you go here, beastly sounds can be heard at Khorroz in Maergrind, which is just climbing up the stairs. Gonna take the chance to also grab some crafting mats. But I've been sending myself some of these scholar crafting mats from my high level alts. So if I wanted to, I could very much max out my Gundabad crafting right now. Khorroz, once the home to the largest bat population in Gundabad, has now been overtaken by deadly cave beasts. These beasts thrive in the darkness. Perhaps there is a way to drive some of the beasts out of Khorroz? Perhaps. And if we are fast enough, we might be even able to do this enemy camp in the time we have left today. Khorroz, once the home to the largest bat population in Gundabad, has now been overtaken by deadly cave beasts. The dwarf-made cavern is littered with bones and old trinkets. These trinkets must have been collected by the cave beasts as they hunt in Gundabad. Reuniting these trinkets with their rightful owners would certainly be a boon to the spirits of those seeking to reclaim Gundabad. Gotta reclaim trinkets. Okay. Okay, well. Let me grab all the beasts. Let's see how many of these guys we can dispatch. Even though they are a pain to fight sometimes. come on. Oh my god. I didn't realize they were hitting me so hard. What do we have here? A large pile. The pile of refuse was quite flammable. I'm really not a fan of these quests that will have you pick the item before you can do the rest. But okay. Gotta drop the torch. Yeah, we got a little bit cocky with the beasts. But at least at least I realized that right away. What do you mean using that? Come on. How many of these do we need to destroy? I might regret that, but I just wanna, well, do as many of these piles as I can. Okay, we can pick some of the trinkets in here. This one didn't. Oh, come on. Now, we'll see here some useful items. Well, Athelas essences, of course, but the dwarf-made treasure will be useful for the dailies once we hit level 140. So it's a good advice to start piling up some of those treasures whenever you find them. And that also means looting all the corpses you find. That sounds a little bit macabre, but oh, yeah, that doesn't sound good, but you really need to get as many of those corpses as you can. Okay. It can still be used, but since we have already earned these piles, is not counting them again, of course. But I would very much appreciate if these piles would stay earned, because it's really confusing. Let me use this one. Okay. Oh, come on. Hate these beasts. There we go. We need one more pile, just one more. A couple more trinkets, yeah, that's true. But just one more pile, and these guys are not helping. And I don't know if there are more torches around this place, but better safe than sorry, so there was a torch. What a shame. You have lit many piles of flame at Khorroz and frightened off many cave beasts in return. Your efforts here are sure to make Matugard a safer dwelling for those seeking to reclaim Gundabad. Now we gotta grab some trinkets, and we have a new quest here. The body of a recently mauled Angmar can be found in the far depths of Khorroz. The Angmar was indeed killed by one of the cave beasts lurking in this passage. Why an Angmar was here at all is a question that will need answering, however. Perhaps there is some additional information to be found on this corpse. Upon the Angmar corpse you find a short missive. Devoted servants of the crown. A rift with Gorgar has become clear. The Ashorn under our control are lost to us. Go to Khorroz through the secret path and subdue more beasts for our purpose. Through our will, our new Ashorn will serve only the Iron Crown. You have your orders. The missive is unsigned. It would seem the Angmar sent here failed their objective. You decide to make sure the Angmar are unable to learn of the whereabouts of these slain servants. So what do we need? Burn Angmar corpses. Okay. All the corpses are around this area anyway, so this should be really quick too. As well as the trinkets that we are missing too. Of course. We have here. I think that, yeah, the last body is in here. There we go. Investigate the voices heard in Khorroz. Voices of men can be heard coming from the back of Khorroz. Alright, give me just a moment. I just need one more dwarf trinket. Make sure that I don't unlock anything else after completing the trinkets. Yeah, that seems that's it. Place the trinkets in a supply chest. Yeah, that's simple enough. So what do we have here now? More Angmarim. And destroy the evidence. Alright. The evidence being the bodies. That's twisted too. Talk to Lassie or talk to Prince Ingor. Okay, okay. We can do that later. Now, rare Gundabad chest. So each zone in Gundabad has, I think, 4 of these chests. But the last time I was here, which was when Gundabad just released, there was a bug by which you would get credit for Matugard and the Pits of Stonejaws with the same chests. And that would mean that you will lose the loot on some of these chests. So let us hope this has been fixed by now. There's only one way to know. Ah, yes, it's fixed. Awesome. So, rare Gundabad chests of Matugard. What do we have here? Yeah, 4 of those. And here we have the chest, which gives you all the crafting items available for this tier. So... I mean, it's good, but it does take a lot of backspace. You gotta be prepared for that. Now, we just, for whatever reason, we missed the objective that was tagged as exploring this place. We already have, but the game didn't account for it. Where do we need to explore exactly? Come on, stop it with that. I don't get it. What is the place we were supposed to explore? Is it on the stairs? Completed Matugard Beast Slayer. Awesome, awesome. That's what I mean. The accelerator makes this so much easier. 5 LOTRO points and some reputation. And now we have the advanced tier. We need 240. So that might take a little bit longer. How do we explore Khorroz? I have no idea. I mean, is this area here? But what exactly do we need to do? We only have piles and granite. Come on. Here I am trying to find out what I might have missed. Only thing I can think of is maybe here, this corner. But it wouldn't make too much sense, and I think I have already explored it anyway. I mean, what do you want me to do exactly? I don't get it. I have totally forgotten. One of these corpses? What exactly? Oh, another dwarf treasure? Okay. Sure. Do we need to find Hitbruda? What do we need to do exactly? I don't understand, but the sad thing is we have run out of time for today. I was hoping we could have ended all the quests inside this place before the end of today's episode, and we would have had I figured out how exactly we needed to explore this place, but that is a question for the next episode, it seems. For the time being, thank you so much for watching today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.